What a day. What a day. So, shall we give it a couple of minutes? Just what do people think? A couple of minutes, or do you want...
He's back in the box.
Huh?
I think he's back in the box again. No, he's gone.
Right, Rudy, I'm going to start. Right, you've got 1 second, mister. Hello?
Before you do, am I right? So I've been out today. I've got this right. Someone's reported me to the police. Have I heard this right?
Well, not just you. Selfish. Right. Me too.
So am I right in getting this? Sorry, I'm a bit lost. I've been out. I've just got indoors. So someone who has done something illegal towards me is now reporting me to the police. Have I got that right?
Yep, you have.
Okay, well, that's a bit bizarre. And have they done it?
Yeah, well, we've done it on live.
So they've broken the law, and then they report me to the police
for doing a live. How dare you?
Like, if I go live on TikTok, they're going to go to the police. Is that right?
Yep.
Even though they've broken the law against me?
Yep. Oh, I know. I
want to sit back and mute myself. I can't wait to hear what you've got to say. I'm totally lost, but just to clarify, so somebody's got the ump that I go on TikTok, they've phoned NHS Direct.
Well, looks like they didn't do 111.
So can we clarify this for the benefit of this live? Somebody did something illegal to me. What they admitted to the police was wrong, has now called the police because I've gone on TikTok. Is that correct?
Yep. Signed the order, did you not?
So I've broken the law. I've signed no orders. I've signed no. So can I just jump in and say this?
No, but she has, what I'm saying, she has.
Right.
You've broken hers.
I'll say no more. I'm going to do a live later. I'll leave this to you, and I'll sit back.
Are you going to be live when I finished, or?
I certainly am. So when you go, I'll start. Anyway.
Or we'll head over to you then. All right, I'll speak to you later. Oh, Rudy.
Yes.
Leave. Just in case if anyone wants to come in, then I don't want to. I wanted to throw you out. Okay, right, Jodie. Are you okay, my love?
I'm good.
Okay. Right. Jodie, everyone, Jodie. Here we go.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so after last night's live, thank you for whoever joined. And thank you, Pula. I did get a phone call in between if people were going over to Rudy's afterwards, because I did say that Rudy was doing a live last night. I got kind of a bit held up. There was a telephone call. I did take the call. And I will say that I did get sent evidence, well, their bank statements. Now, I've been sent Sue's bank statements, and at no point have I or will I be posting them. Okay, I have a bit of respect for people. I will not be posting them, even though Sue has given me permission to post. I will not be doing so. What she has in her bank account is nobody else's business other than hers. Okay, and the same with Sharon, that I respect that she sent it over to prove that she's made payments, and I respect that she did that. You know, she said that she wanted to prove it. She did. We'll go into that in a little while. So I just want to address a few other things first. Now, you're going to have to forgive me because I actually, old school, and I wrote everything down. Right. Okay. Let's address something. So, in the middle of the night, I did put a post up. Might have seemed a bit strange to people, but regarding text messages WhatsApp messages between myself and Sharon in the middle of the night, I posted a message that she had deleted. Via our messages, I'm not even going to post them, I can't be bothered. She actually sent me a message saying, why did you demand that I sent you my bank statements? I can't actually say what I said to her, no, I'm not even going to say it because I could get banana for it. Anyway, I just said to her, no, I didn't. She chose to send them. As simple as that. She didn't have to. She chose to send them. And I thought she wanted to show, prove her innocence, that she has been paying money off. But while we were messaging, all of a sudden, a picture comes through. When I clicked on it, it took me a few seconds to think, what is that? I actually saw at the top left-hand corner was a picture of me from my Facebook page. And then the first message says, I demand you to send me your bank statements. So I screenshotted it. Within seconds, Sharon deleted it. So what it appears is that Sharon was making up a fake messages that I'd been sending her. So whoever she would meant to have sent that to, and you got it in the end, that is fake messages. Okay? They are fake messages. I have all my messages. And in fact, actually, there's nothing on there other than a bank statements I would cover up. But there is nothing else on there. Okay? I actually messaged her last night after Rudy's live, a little bit later, and said, I've actually had time to go through your statement and I'm given the opportunity to go live, to have your say because, it's only fair. So I think that's only fair to give her the opportunity to do that. She could explain payments a lot better than what I can. It's from her bank account. Anyway, she's still got every opportunity to come in. More than welcome to. Okay. Tick. Okay. So there is things being said this morning. A couple of things I would just like to sort out. This morning, and last night actually, I actually made a video, whatever time it was. She mentioned the word blackmail. I just want to clarify that at no point have I or Sue mentioned that word. And I'm sure that people that were in the live last night, that word wasn't mentioned, especially not in my messages and not in any conversations between me and Sue. Sue has never said that. Okay? So I just want to clear that up. I do think maybe Sharon has chosen the wrong wording. Maybe she could, at some point correct that. That would be great. Okay, so last night on the live, Sharon had said, when she wasn't shouting, Sharon had said that regarding £4,000 ground rent. Do you remember? She said, she was all upset because she hadn't got the money for ground rent and she'd spoken to Sue on the phone. She was upset. And all of a sudden, Sue said to her, look in your bank, and it was there. Do you recall that? Does everyone recall that? Yep. So the one thing that she did say, and I'm trying to be fair here, and I know a lot of people are probably not going to understand, but I am trying to be fair here because she has every right to defend herself. Okay. Now, what she did say was that, that Lou and Cindy was there at the time that this happened. Now, God, my generosity is great. Would one of you like to come into a box and just say that you was there, this is what happened? Because I think it's fair that, to somebody come for, and help Sharon out here because, if you was actually there and you was there and that happened, then surely you'd come up and speak for your friend, would you not? Well, it's your opportunity. You know, if you want to come in the box and say that you was there, that did happen, you know, you heard the phone call, then come in. We'll turn the comments off. I'm not in the mood for arguing. Nothing like that. It's got nothing to do with it. Literally, I don't want to discuss anything else. Just that weekend that Sue said, look in your bank. Is anybody? Are you allowed in? So we're looking in the comments for Lou or Cindy. No. Well, the offer is open. The offer is open for you to come in. I just think it would be nice if somebody had her back, you know, that was there. Like I say, trying to be fair.
Has it been shared to Cindy?
Can people... Would I send it to her? I'm sure Lou's watching. I'm sure they're watching. She warned them all not to come in. Well, you know...
She might have warned them, but as soon as she come off live, your views shot up.
Yeah. Cindy may come in on behalf of her.
Someone just said her friend Kate is in here under the name Pete.
Who?
Her friend Kate's in here under the name Pete.
Well, Katie wasn't there that weekend, so, you know, it's that's fine. She can stay in, but I just thought it'd be nice if somebody came in and clarified what she said last night, but that's okay. We'll move on. The offer's still open. Still talking about ground rent, but not that ground rent. Let's talk about this year's ground rent. It's very confusing, okay? So, in the last week, all I've heard is that you owe 4,071p. As you stated at the beginning of last week, that you have it went from 2 weeks, 28 days, 30 days. It's relevant how many days you've got left to pay it, but that's what you said. Now, I had a thought about that. You know, you're trying to put on the sob story, you're going to lose everything. I heard it even this morning in live. What you do, you manipulate people. That's exactly what you do. You're trying to make everyone feel sorry for you. You know, you actually said, and I am going to clip it and I am going to post it, last Monday or Tuesday, you actually said while you sat at your caravan talking to Kel in the box, you said, I'm all right for the money because my caravan is booked out the whole of April. So anybody else that's thinking about lending her money, putting money in her PayPal or on her GoFundMe, she will have that money at the end of the month because she's booked her lodge out. Don't fall for it, okay? She will have the money, and I think maybe she's sort of forgotten that.
Sorry, Wibble, someone just asked if Cindy's unblocked.
I wouldn't know.
Shall I check the block list?
Yeah, of course you can. There's a lot. Today in your life, you said that you had sold items in your lodge. And I found that quite interesting when you mentioned the washing machine. You know, you said that you sold the washing machine. What I wanted to personally ask you is, shall I tell Sue to expect an extra payment this month because she paid for that washing machine, did she not? So maybe once that gentleman comes and pays for it, or if he has already, maybe you could send that money straight over to Sue. Hold on. Still talking about the lodge. Everybody remember last weekend? Oh, I've had an offer on the caravan. Monday morning, when you watched her jumping for joy, crying that she'd sold it. To be honest, you know, if you're financially want that money, you want to move on and you want to do other things with your life, I mean, it must feel great. But there was tears of, you know, they weren't through happiness, were they? That was probably built up emotion because you spent the weekend begging the site to allow you, to give you time to pay your arrears off. Yeah? There was no offer put in. It was a fake offer to try and give you time with the office because you had a final demand, did you not, to terminate your licence, your pitch licence. You can't afford to move that caravan off. They would have took it, you'd have lost everything. I've got your voice note. Right, this one's a bit silly, but I am going to say it. Today in your life. You sat there in your life and, you know, I agree that some people, not some people, we all, everybody, at some stage of life, we go through hard times. You know, sometimes, you know, it soon picks up. That means working. You actually stated in your life that there was a time that you hadn't eaten for 3 days, but no one would have seen that because you don't show that on your lives. And that day you were so grateful that people had donated to your PayPal and bought you a pizza. I mean, that's great. That's really great. But Sharon, I watched that live and I watched the night before where you bought yourself an Indian. You bought yourself an Indian. You sat there the following day, warmed up the leftovers, and then later on the live was begging, saying you've got no money to go and buy any food, nothing. Where the day before you'd actually said you've got to go food shopping. This is what I'm saying about how you manipulate people. You manipulate, you put on your sob story. You are, honestly, everything else in your life that you do, you're like, Del Boy, that you are brilliant at scamming people. You really are. One comment that you did make today, you said you're just like everybody else. You do what it is to survive. Sharon, you're not like anybody else. Because I'll tell you what, I'm taking me. This is me, and I'm sure a hell of a lot of people are going to say they're exactly the same. You know, we all survive. But you know what? I don't sit there thinking how I'm going to scam my next person out of money. So we're not all the same. Don't portray yourself like us because you are nothing like us. You are nothing like us. We don't sit there thinking who we can scam next. Just to let you know, I forgot to tell you Wednesday, I ordered a cooker and it came yesterday. That's for Christine Rumsey. And that was on Amazon. What else? Kel. I also heard you today. Kel, look, you asked today in your live, why did I bring it to TikTok? So I actually sat and thought about it. It didn't take me very long to come up with the answer. It's because your friend's a scammer. Okay? She's an absolute scammer and she should not be on social media. Okay? Should not be on social media. End of. Until she's off, then we'll stop. Literally. And as for Kel, actually, I spoke to Sue today. And you know what, bless her, she was trying to tell me all about her money. It's got nothing to do with anybody. It's got nothing to do with anybody. Sue hasn't done anything. I've seen her bank statements. She's allowed to buy her son a car. He's her son. You know? Anyway, so Sue wanted me to say she's never been jealous of you, Cal. Absolutely not. Far from it. You know, and she just wants me to explain to everybody as to why she didn't start, she stopped coming into the lives, into Sharon's lives. Sue found it very hard to sit in Sharon's lives listening to her boasting about stuff that she hasn't paid for. Then it got to the point where after Christmas that Sharon was sat there unboxing all this stuff and paying for the stuff, even if it's Temu shit. She hadn't paid Sue any money. So watching somebody sit there, I've done this and I've done that and I've got this and I've got that, she hadn't paid for nothing. That's why Sue pulled away. She'd had enough. She knew that she was going to say something in life and she thought she was better off not doing so. So it's nothing to do with about being jealous whatsoever. Okay? And I'm sure, Kel, if you hadn't have blocked Sue, then maybe you could have had a conversation. I find it very strange that these people can sit in the live and talk, every day, but then as soon as one person falls out, you all have to block them. You cannot be friends with them people after. It amazes me. Okay, so let's go through the payments. Okay, so I'm not showing any bank statements. I respect people. So let's start off first of all. Unfortunately, Cindy and Lou are not going to appear, sadly. Such a shame. I was going to love that one. So let's go back to what Sharon said. So Sharon said the weekend that Lou and Cindy was down, that was the weekend that Sue sent over £4,000 for the ground rent. Have I said it so it's all clear? Because this is money-wise, so I want to make sure that I'm 100% clear in what I'm saying. Yes, everybody gets that? Yeah? Sorry, I've just got to put my phone in. Okay, so the weekend that Lou and Cindy was at the caravan. Okay, so I've looked back today. Well, actually, my glamorous assistant looked back for me. And Cindy and Lou was at the caravan the weekend of the 7th to the 10th. And I'm sure everybody remembers that because it was her birthday weekend. Yeah? Everybody remember that? Yeah? I don't know how. On the 17th of June was when the ground rent money was paid. So how were you both there? How were you both at the caravan when Sue paid over that money? Amazes me. And not one of you have come forward or even jumped into the live last night, Lou, and said, hang on a minute, that's not true, Sasha. That's not true. At no point in your live today, because I've heard her mention it on the live today, at no point did you sit there and say, that's not true. The bank statements are true. You went to the caravan on the 7th to the 10th of June. That payment was made on the 17th of June. 2 lots of £2,000. Okay? If anybody has got a calculator in the background, you can do the maths. Okay, so on Sharon's video that she did last night, she showed a statement. That's her own statement. She does what she likes. She showed a statement of monies being paid back, and she also claimed, I think it was over £5,000 that she's paid back. I want to go into that. She did say last night in the live that before the payment for the lodge, for the finance thing, she hadn't borrowed any money prior to that, before then. Sharon, if you didn't borrow any money before the payment of the lodge financing, why was you paying money into Sue's account? So, July, so don't forget the £4,000, the 17th of June was ground rent. July, the 1st of July, £500. The 24th of July, £500. The 29th of July, £20. The 30th of July, £500. I just want to say about the £20. They're for like petrol money, things like that was being asked for, okay? I'm only going by Sharon's statement. So August, the 12th of August, £500. She borrowed £4,000 on the 17th of June. By the 12th of August, what's that, £2,020, yeah? Good, my maths better than what I thought. Okay, on the 19th of August, a payment was made to Steve of £8,523.73. Okay? On the 26th of August, she pays back £500. September, the 2nd of September, she paid £20. Remember, I say the odd numbers are for petrol. On the 24th of September, she pays £500. October, no payments. November the 3rd, Sue paid in £200 that Sharon had asked for her Egypt trip, otherwise she would not be able to go. On the 7th of November, paid back to Sue was £250. On the 19th of November, £600. On the 19th of November, the same day, the car was bought. Sue paid £6,300. Is everyone still following me? Yeah? Yeah. December, no payment. January, no payment. February, no payment. March, the 28th of March, £32 and another one of £500. That's it. So you didn't pay anything December, January, February, nothing in October, but you were supposed to be paying £500 a month, every month, on, like you say, you've made a direct debit of the 28th of every month of £500. Honestly, it makes no sense to me. How you can sit there and say you pay your debts off and everything else. The 30th.
Someone just asked, How much she borrowed in total and how much she paid back?
Well, that's why I told you to get the calculator. That's all I told you to get. But
Sorry,
who
my
in
bad.
the
Go
house
back
has
on
got a
mute.
calculator? Right, listen, I'm just going to say, I'll tell you what. Oh, right, okay, sorry. The £500, just confirm it for me at the top. The £500 that was paid March was for £500 that she borrowed in. That's right, sorry. Okay, sorry. So she borrowed another £500 in February. Is that correct, Sue? So that on the 28th of March was the £500 that she owed from February. Yes. Now, don't forget, this is just what I'm going through is just Sharon's statement that she sent over. That's just Sharon's, okay? More in depth is Sue's, okay, when we'll go through it because there's like, well, she should get every single penny back that she's borrowed off of her. So like I say, there is payments of like £20 here and there. And do you know what I mean? So we will go through the whole lot and I will give you a final figure at some point. But it's a lot of money, isn't it? So you can understand why Sue didn't want to sit in the live anymore because, you know, she sat there listening to her claiming that she's got no finance and she's paid for a car, she's paid for a lodge, you know. How do you think that made Sue feel? So there we go. It's a shame that somebody couldn't come in and clarify it all, but I think they would have looked more stupid than before, really, to be quite honest. And to actually, you know, last night coming into the live and then saying, you know, I'll show you my bank statements, blah, blah, blah. And sit there on the live today saying I've paid off for over £5,000. I think I've got about 4,000 left. That's what she said today.
There's a question. It says, yes. Why did Sue keep funding her?
Because the first lot of monies that Sue lent her, she thought she was okay because she paid it back reasonably quite quickly. Not all of it, clearly. So she did. And Sue is kind of, listen, I don't know Sue. I've only been talking to her. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, she seems genuine. I don't know her, you know. And I think she was, you know, like she said, she'd do anything for a friend. And I suppose she'd built up that relationship with Sharon. And it's the same for everybody, isn't it? Everybody builds that relationship with her. And Sharon love bombs people. It's exactly what she does. She love bombs people and they think, oh, you know. And, you know, listen, Sue's not in hiding, nothing at all. She's just having a weekend break and she's just trying to sort her head out a bit and go through a few bits and pieces. And I'm sure at some point, you know, I've told her she's more than welcome in the lives of whatever, but she doesn't have to. I don't think Sue does TikTok like that. So, God, these messages are going quick. Jodie, is there any ones in there that you think I should answer?
I'm just trying to look.
I think at the moment, what people are saying, what's going to happen, at the moment, everything is being put together, Okay, everything's being put together with messages, voice notes, bank statements, everything. And I think once it's all together and Sue gets that advice, and then there is a query of whether, was that finance paid off? Was it actually paid off? Because I'm going to say this. When Sue gave the money for the finance, Sharon had promised that Sue would see the documentation of the lodge and everything, that's what they've done. They've paid the finance off and it was in Sharon's name. Sharon had done it all behind Sue's back and didn't show her anything.
Here we go, this one. So why does she have the police come into her house at 5:45 a.m?
Because I put a post up, I think, because I can lip read. She did say that it's because I put a post up and I'm going to expose her bank statements. And
statement at 5:45 in the morning.
Well, I do know people that were waiting months to actually make a statement on something quite serious and they didn't get that treatment. So, don't know.
Especially in the Met Place.
Exactly that. Is there anybody that wants to come up in the box and ask me a question? Because this is going a bit...
Yeah, come up. Don't leave me on my own.
I'm here, cheeky. Anybody want to come up and say anything or... Oh.
Anybody. Oh, we got someone.
Who's that?
Penelope.
Hello.
I just don't get, right, why. I just don't get why.
Why, as into what? Sorry, my love.
Why are people so stupid to fall for this? I don't get it.
It's very hard to answer because we're not in that situation and we don't actually, I've spoken to a lot of people in the past and they all say that she just love bombs you, and do you know what I mean? And you think you're such good friends, and listen, she's been doing it for years. There's been so many people.
But why has she still got the followers? If she's that bad, why has she still got the followers?
You're going to have to ask them. Because the proof is all out there about her, and there's been so much awareness about her that people just don't seem to listen. I think a lot of them are there that they are, they're not avid followers, are they? They just want to see what's being said. Some of them are there for the drama. You've always got them people in the middle that love the drama. And, and some people are the actual followers. It's like you say that. Why would her followers keep sending her money and sending her money for a cooker that she still hasn't bought? Why would they do that? Why are they not questioning her? Are you Belinda?
I don't get it.
Are you friends with Sharon? Penelope, are you friends with Sharon?
No.
Penelope,
I did follow her. I did. But I backed off because I realised I didn't want to get into anything like that.
Have you met her in real life?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Penelope, can I ask, are you Belinda?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, I've not met her in real life. I did give her money for her wedding dress at the time. I did stand up for her at the time, but I've not followed her in like months. And yet all of a sudden last night I was watching, are you Wibble Wobble?
Yeah.
I listened to your video, or not video, your live with her.
Yeah.
And I totally get what you're saying, but I've not been a victim to her, so I find it really hard to find how people are a victim to her.
Well, Belinda, you are a victim of her, aren't you?
No.
Well, you
I don't, no.
But you are.
I'm not.
Let me explain something to you, Penelope.
Okay.
Or Belinda.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
When you paid into that GoFundMe for her wedding dress,
Yeah.
when did she tell you that she was getting married?
When I paid into it, I think.
No, but when did she tell you she was getting married? When did she tell you the date that she was getting married?
Do you know what? Wibble wobble. I didn't even clock it.
Was it in 2024 that she was meant to be getting married in 2024?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that wedding was never booked for 2024. It was booked for 2025.
I know.
Right. So you are a victim because she had a year to save up for a wedding dress. Why did she have to do a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
She's portrayed as that
she is. I've not given her anything else.
Right. So do you know what? The likes of you, Belinda, should go back to that GoFundMe and you should say that, she hasn't gone and got married. You want your money back.
I can't be asked.
Well, there you go. So,
I'm sorry.
Then it's people like you. You wonder why people don't listen. And it's people like you that choose not to do nothing about it, isn't it?
Yeah, because she's never contacted me. She's never asked me for any money.
What will you ask her for the money? Will you ask her for the money back?
How much did you give, Belinda?
£10.
Tenner.
Well, tenner's a tenner to some people, isn't it?
Well, tenner's
money for some people.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's wrong.
Right. Anyway, thanks ever so much for coming up, Belinda. Thank you. Hello, ladies.
Hello, Gobble.
Hello, you all right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, darling?
I'm fine, thank you.
Do you know what worries me? Is these are the people that you know about. What about the ones that we don't know about?
Oh, 100%.
Because there has to be, doesn't there?
Yeah, of course.
People we don't know about that have been scammed out of money.
Yeah. I mean, someone's just put in the comments, funny how the GoFundMe holiday was for $4,000, the same as the rent money, for the ground rent money.
Yeah.
Hi, Wibble.
And when people say...
Hi, Di.
Hi, darling.
Sorry, Di, go on.
I was going to say something with regards to Penelope, what, she asked
Jill, can you bring that pit stop back up?
Why people...
Can I?
Bring that pip stop back up, because I find that she's a bit of a hypocrite, because it was only a little while ago she came in the live, got been off to everyone, and she's come up again, but she was the biggest support of her.
She's been in many times, gobbing off.
Yeah.
I find it really ironic.
Do you know what? I'll drop down so she can come in.
It's quite ironic though. So it's fine. She had a lot to say not so long ago, and she got off and said everyone was bullying her. I find it really, really strange.
No one bullied her.
See if she'll come back up.
It's got a cheat to say how can Sue be so stupid to get scammed. Yeah. Well, she got scammed as well.
When people are saying in the comments, like, why did Sue do this? Why did Sue... I just want to defend Sue a little bit.
Hello, I'm here. Rudy, I'm here.
Hold on a minute, Belinda, because Katie was just saying something.
Sorry.
I just want to defend Sue a little bit because, some people will help people. If they see somebody that needs their help, needs a good turn, needs some shopping, needs some help with some rent or whatever, you will help people.
Yeah.
Exactly, Katie. It's called having a good heart.
Yeah, I don't think Sue
Is it called having a good heart, or was it called having a good heart?
She was just being a nice person, and it's really bitten her.
Can I answer what Penelope asked in the live? Why?
Let's hold you a minute. Just hold that thought for 2 seconds. Sorry, Katie, she'll die.
Excuse me, this is not your live.
Go on, Rudy. Go on. Go for it, Rudy.
You'll bite your tongue. Penelope, you come loads of times, and you gobbed off, he was abusive. And
No,
you was, because there's all this put live. I remember you.
Okay.
And this is why you're all going on at her this, that, and the other. Okay. Now you've popped up again. Why don't you actually say what you said before? Because you was very on her side and very abusive. You was, wasn't you?
Yeah.
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 On more than one
believed
occasion.
her. I believed her, Rudy.
On more than one occasion, didn't you? And you never come back and apologise to anyone, did you?
Pardon?
Never come back and apologise, but you threw a load of abuse out. You put in the comments. You kept coming back in. Okay, also on more than one occasion, even when it explained to you, and you came back in, and someone said, "This is why these things are being said." You came back and threw more and more abuse. You did, because it's all in the lines.
Rudy.
That's all I say. No, shame on you. End of.
Right, okay, shame on me. Right, Rudy.
Don't forget that. You know what you
You're
are.
just as stupid then, aren't you, Penelope? Same as what you're saying about poor Sue.
I think it's really sad because yes, Sue did give her a lot, but you know that's because she's a nice person. She's
Exactly, Katie. She's got a really good heart.
yeah, and I would help. I'd give someone my last 50 quid if they needed it and I didn't. I'd help them.
Yeah. And I would. The trouble is, you see, what people are seeing not to grasp is it takes 3 weeks to brainwash somebody. That's all it takes. And she is a master of manipulation. I'm telling you, what she does, she gets onto people and starts, I'm going to lose my flat, I'm going to lose this and the other. And people do generally feel sorry for people that do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so easily to get sucked in.
It is, yeah.
It's really sad. Unless you're really strong. I mean, I could never ever get sucked in by something like that because that's me. I've lived a life where I got open eyes, but some people generally don't see it, do they? And it's not their fault. They're not stupid or thick or anything like that.
If you're not somebody that's been on this app for as long as like we have, and that have seen what she does and seen what she's capable of.
Yeah.
She probably also said to Sue, "My lodge caravan is up for sale. When that money comes, it's yours."
No more than that one.
For sale, Katie. It was never for sale.
It's so sad.
You'll keep that as long as you can. Because it makes you look as though, like, you know, she's lady of the manor. Fucking hell.
Lady of a caravan.
Innit?
Well, that's it. You know, it's like I say, no one feels sorry for her. Nobody, because, you know, at the moment with this £4,000, like I say, she said herself, her caravan is booked out for the whole of April. There's your payment right there.
You know.
There is your payment.
She can't sell it then, can she?
No.
If it's booked out, she can't sell it because she's obviously had the money or a deposit, so she can't sell that caravan until all her people that is like booked it.
Did she say? Did she say yesterday, Trinian, or was it last week? If she doesn't come up
Right,
with
can I just say, right?
£4,000 ground rent.
We're talking a minute, Penelope, just before
Penelope, hold on a sec, please. If she doesn't come up with that £4,000 ground rent, they're going to take it off her.
Yeah.
Can they do that?
Probably.
Of course you can.
If she's not paying the ground rent, they'll just repo the caravan.
Okay, so they.
Hang on a minute. How long has she had a caravan for? Well, tin-up, lodge, whatever you want to call it. How long has she had it for that she knows that every year she's got to pay that money? I mean, it can't be she says £4,000, but then every month it's £1,000.
I was just going to say, every month it's £1,000, isn't it, Grandma? I've never heard of that. £1,000 every month.
She got that. She's saying, sorry, she's had that caravan since 2021. Did she? That caravan that she had beforehand, was that hers?
Yeah, you said it was.
It was hers, wasn't it? Well, she says it was hers.
Yeah.
So if they repossess it, can they just sell it then?
Well, what they do, they give her time to remove the caravan off the site, and if she doesn't remove it, then they take it.
Yeah, they will. They got they got to give her is it 28 days or 14 days, something like that.
It says it's 5,500 a year.
It's like having a home and not paying your mortgage, not paying your rent.
Well,
If you're not
yeah.
going to pay, you're going to get kicked
Her
out.
finances is her business, right? It's literally her business. What she pays for excellent, whatever, that's her business. That's not ours. But when you're coming on here online and you're saying to people, I've got no food, I've not got this, I've not got that, then you make it everyone's business because we're watching you. The day you done the video about you've got no food in your fridge, you didn't open your other fridge, you didn't open your cupboards, you didn't open your freezer, and then you sat on the lunch break eating from the shop you bought from the shop. Stop doing it.
It was her that started the 37 pence thing in our WhatsApp group. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
It's, putting it up.
I've only got 37 pence in my purse, or I've got 37 pence in my bank, and we used to send the money over. Or buy your groceries and send them over. That's the manipulating. She knows that how to do it.
Sorry, I know I haven't said anything. Hello all.
Hello, Sarah.
Hiya. I'm just sitting here, my face is like so red where I'm angry.
Terrible.
It really does make me so mad.
It does make you angry.
It does.
It's just so unfair to treat people like that.
You know what? I tell you what made me angry the most last night watching Wibble was her threatening, saying, come and meet me, come and meet me. I mean, who does she actually think she is?
She does it to everyone, Sarah.
Sue, didn't she? Because Sue used to say, come and meet me face to face.
It's intimidation tactics, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Vile, honestly.
She is, absolutely.
I mean, you can all sit here and say how many more has she ripped off and blah, blah, blah. But what you've got to remember, Wibble, you've done an amazing job over the years to help.
No.
Yeah, but to help people to not be ripped off. Do you see what I mean?
No. It's everybody that's been pulling together and does it.
Well, yeah,
Everybody
There's
does
a
it.
lady in the comments called Jodie Y, and she says, Wibble, do you remember me? Jodie Y. She says, Wibble, do you remember me? You know,
She said she's scared to come up.
Don't be scared, Jodie. Nobody.
Come up, Jodie. It's
You'll be
fine.
all right, Jodie. What it is, Wibble, is her husband had an online affair with Lady the Manor.
remember?
Yeah, and that she was saying on here just now, and I was speaking to her on here just now. Yeah,
I do, Jodie. I do, yeah.
come up, Jodie, if you want. Honestly, nobody will judge you on here.
Come up.
She's lost her children's lost her father and everything now because of her on an adult site or something. She was saying.
Ah,
That awful.
is that when
Poor girl.
Jodie messaged her?
She's on her own with 3 kids now, she says. Jodie, you can come up. Request to come up, love. Honestly, nobody's going to judge you on here. I promise you now. Honestly. Right. If you want some support, honestly, you're in the best place, love. Nobody will be horrible to you.
I went to meet...
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, Jodie, please take no notice.
Oh, don't take no notice of her, Jodie. She's repulsive. Do you know what, Jodie? She's got a filthy mind and a filthy mouth. Honestly, love, it ain't your fault.
Jodie, I thought you chat with her.
Jesus Christ, man.
What's happened? Jodie, come up. Because I thought you actually chat with her. Well, it's up to you whether you chat with her, but...
Fucking hell. That's when you think, like, things can't get any worse, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. How cruel.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Okay.
So Wibble, she's obviously following your live last night. She has done her own live saying that she categorically never asked to borrow any money.
Yeah.
So isn't it a fact that she actually did ask?
Well, if you didn't ask to borrow any money, why would you be paying any back?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jodie. A lot of people was manipulated by your love. You don't have to be embarrassed, honestly.
Block Pooler.
This is what it is.
Pooler block. Just block them. Yeah. Why would you be paying back money that you said you never?
Exactly.
You know. And do you know what? Why did I bring it to TikTok? What Kel said, right? It's because your friend is a scammer, and to make sure that everybody knows, to make sure that you pay. And I will tell everybody monthly that she's paid that money back. On the 28th of every month, I will ask Sue to tell me whether she's paid it or not, and I will keep you all informed. So we know that she's paying that back.
I think she was just trying to make it sound less serious. Like, oh, well, I didn't ask for it. She offered it.
I'll tell you after, St. Trillian.
You know, because she offered it, I'm not in the wrong because she offered. No, you are in the wrong for taking that amount of money off of anybody.
She deflects all the time, Sarah.
Yeah.
She does. She gaslights everybody. She deflects. She's got narcissistic tendencies. I'm telling you now.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's when she's on live, I don't see because I'm blocked on everything. But when I see like what other people put up, I look at her facial expressions. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
It's like Poola just said. Poola has just said in the comments. How did Sue have Sharon's bank details to just pay in her bank?
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
How would any of you have my bank details?
Exactly, Katie.
I just put 20,000 in yours.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so. I just put 50 in yours.
Oh, you never. I just put 35 in.
Oh,
you're right.
That's stupid, isn't it?
You would
little finger that was, Katie. A split second, Katie. A split second. I just put 35 grand in.
Oh God! Thank you so much. I'll spend that.
And that's the thing. Where are her friends to back her up? No one's here to back her up.
I expect she.
I actually hope that people sit there, even if you don't, voice your opinion. Please sit there and think what I'm saying tonight. Please sit there and think. She said she had no money before accepting the money for the caravan, for the finance money. She said that in the live last night, and then she changed it and said £4,000. Cindy and Lou was there. They are my witness. She said that. You heard that. It wasn't even the same weekend.
Thing is, as well, with Sharon, if she had to take a lie detector test, she'd win it because she believes her own lies.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
She does. Pathological.
She expects everybody else to believe them as well, and they don't.
I'm not being funny. If I'd have said to one of my friends, "Oh my God, my car's just blown up, flipping it. I'm going to be without a car now, blah blah blah," because we all talk, don't we, to our friends, things like that. If one of my mates would have, within a click of a finger, within a split second, would have put £6,000 into my account, I would have fucked it straight back. I said, "No, you don't. I'll do it myself. No, I'm not taking nothing off no one." Do you know what I mean? But no. Proceeded to do it. I wouldn't have it. I would have bounced it straight back.
But the fact that there's a voice note that she thinks Sue's being horrible and she's no friend because she wasn't going to borrow any more money because she was getting more and more in debt.
That is emotional blackmail, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And to like today, when she was on today to play that voice notes. Was it voice notes or a video?
No, let me just tell you about that.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Can I just quickly say something?
Yeah.
Has anybody else got problems on Krypton Factors talks? That it is just like buffering and you can't get nothing up.
There's one video, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was me. Sorry, Jill.
Should be all right. Should be all right.
This is John Krypton Factor. I'm following her, but they aren't following me back.
Yes, Buddy's very upset about that.
Yes, Krypton Factor's not following me either, Buddy.
Go on,
Bob. Morning. Yes.
Okay, so what she was going to play you was a phone call. She recorded.
There's a huge Avengers announcement going on right now.
Who's that?
Sorry, that was me. Sorry.
That's all right. Was a phone call. Sharon records everybody's phone calls. And not only does she record them, she keeps them. She keeps them for exactly this day where she can throw you under the bus.
That's
She
awful.
keeps calls, she keeps voice notes for years.
Yes, she did with us. She did with us, that's why she had all them telephones.
Yeah.
She's got 7 or 8, hasn't she?
She had 7 or 8, she had laptops, she had her
That ain't never normal.
iPad, she had her desktop.
That is not normal, you know.
It's not normal, and it's not a friend. That is not a friend.
No, but who does that? What normal person does that to think, I'm going to keep them? Record you? Did she tell you that she's recording you? No.
That's against the law. You've got to tell
It's
somebody.
all for
haven't you?
leverage. It's all for, I'm going to use that as my
You don't
trump
have
card.
to tell people
It's a
that.
form of blackmail, Katie. That's what it is.
You don't have to tell people that you're recording them on just, like if I recorded you, I don't have to tell you. If it was a business, then they would have to tell you that they're recording you.
I've sent
You would have to tell them you're recording them.
You see, with her, she's got worse over the years, because in our group, it was Di. Welsh Di was the vulnerable one that fell for most of her crap.
Has she got
And
worse, though, Spuddy? Has she got
Yes, she
worse?
has. Well, no.
Hang on, answer me this. Has she got worse, or are the enablers making her worse?
The enablers are making her worse.
She
Thank
feeds
you.
off of it. She feeds off of it, trust me.
She knows what she's
It's probably
doing.
a bit of both, though, isn't it?
She knows what she's doing. And like, our group paved the way. We paved the way for her. And then she's gone on from there. But she's always been like that. Always been like that. It's just some people fell for it and some people didn't.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
It's very sad. It's very sad. She's a very sad individual.
But I know it's coming from a good place, is this. I feel so sorry for Sue. We can all have a laugh. We're all, we've all robbed, we've all done whatever, but I feel so sorry for Sue. And it's the
Miss
fact that
Smithy,
she-
are you saying, no, she hasn't, she was like this before? Is that to what I said about are the enablers making her worse?
I think out of desperation, it gets worse as well, because it really doesn't it doesn't care who it hurts.
Well, Sam,
And what it says, when it says stuff about disabled people, I mean, that just, me and Trinian are disabled.
yeah.
So when she shouts out retard and spastic,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so derogatory.
It's the art of deflection as well. It's deflection all the time. And it goes back to her. Poor me. Poor me. Poor me.
Yeah, Miss Smithy was saying she was like it before. So
Yeah,
she's
she
always
maybe-
been like it.
Maybe hasn't asked Sue to lend her the money. It's what she says to get the money.
Exactly. Manipulation.
If you've got a friend crying on the phone, well, you're going to help them, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course you are. You're going to help them.
Definitely.
But if you really desperately needed a car, now my husband works in the motor industry, if you really desperately needed a car and it's a really good friend, you would step up and go, do you know what, I'll help you out, get you a little run around.
Well, I was just about to say that, Sarah. Why did you have to have a Mercedes? Why didn't you have
Exactly.
a little car?
Why didn't
a
she
little
go and hire
runaround,
one?
cheap on petrol that you can afford instead of asking people for money for petrol because you can't afford that? Hold on a minute. I just want to say I am not knocking her whatsoever financially, because times are hard for a lot of people. And
Yeah, but that's greedy. I've got to have a Mercedes because it's got to go with this persona that I've made.
Absolutely.
Why don't she hire a car?
Yeah.
My daughter works on the ambulance. She can't afford a car outright. She hires a car every month. Now, why don't she go and do that?
It's like
Not
she's
good
turned
enough
around
for
and don't get finance. She don't get finance because she can't get finance.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not for the fact that she doesn't get it. She can't get it.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Will anyone tell me it's Rudy live?
No. Rudy! Rudy! Where are you?
You're up
shit.
putting his TV table up.
Rudy!
Hello? Hello, Sadie.
Does anybody know what?
I think you're doing such a good job. I think should Karen. I think I'll have a night off and I'll sit back and watch. This is better.
He's not getting
Do
the
you
full
do a
investment
TV
tonight.
table, Rudy, while you're
You
listening?
don't want to be part of Rudy's Rebels tonight.
Rudy's Rebels or Rudy's Harem?
Yeah, Rudy's Rebels.
I think, in all fairness, I think Jules did a good job. I think the live should stay like this. And while the stream is going, I think Jules proven she can do these lives herself. I don't always have to do them with her. And that is well proven this evening. I think...
Very well.
Somebody says you've got a mention today.
Oh!
How lucky am I?
Boy!
You know what to do, Rudy. Make that call.
I can't
111.
Bring the paramedics, Rudy. Bring the
possibly
paramedics.
comment. All I can say is I find it. I'm only going by hearsay, so I'm going to watch what I say. What I believe if someone's done something bad to you and they've been warned not to talk about you, they can't then phone the police about you. If they've done something bad to you, I don't say that works. However, the law does change all the time, so I could be totally wrong. So I look forward to a call from the boys in blue. If what I believe has been said, if I'm mistaken, I'll revoke my comments. However, I believe someone who I think is not of the right thinking capacity had said something that is inaccurate. But anyway, what do I know? I'll soon know when the police call me, so I'll wait their call.
So apparently she said you're not allowed to mention her.
We never.
Whoever we're talking about, I can say something factual. I've never been told. I've never signed any order not to mention anybody. If I had, and I'd signed anything, then I'd adhere to those rules. So if I was told to sign an order that I can't talk about anybody, I would adhere to those rules. Okay.
But can I just make it very clear, at that time that we're talking about, there was no offence committed by Rudy, but there was by the other party.
All I can say is this, right?
That's it.
I will say this. I've committed no offence to any party on here. Should any party feel I have, I suggest they go to the Metropolitan Police, okay, and deal with it. That's it. So if I'm breaking orders, I will stand corrected. That is live on this live. Should anyone else mention me when they've been told not to mention me, then I'm sure they'll be aware of the
Someone
repercussions.
just said you'll get a call from the NHS.
Yeah. You can have a matron for that before. Oh, matron!
When I get a prescription for penicillin, oh no, they've grasped me.
When I did say something really funny, and I said, you know, last night when she said, and look at you with your little gingerbread face, and you went, no. I was crying, absolutely crying.
Oh dear.
We spoke about that today.
It's like something a 5-year-old come out with, isn't it? Look at you, you red face.
You with your little gingerbread face.
I actually thought I was a 5-year-old by doing it.
Fucking brilliant. No, you were fucking brilliant.
I thought it was it. Sorry, it cracked me up.
Fucking brilliant.
So is there anybody want to ask questions about what I've said tonight? Anything that anybody's unsure of, or any one of her friends that would like me to?
It's still going to eventually come into the live. Oh.
Listen, I don't think, look, when Sue contacted me, I don't think it was anything to do with coming into lives or anything like that. Yeah. It wasn't anything. I think where I did reach out to her generally just to say, you know, are you okay? And, you know, we spun. I don't think it was ever like that. It was never like, oh, come in the box or anything like that. I did say, can I, you know, mention it? And, yeah, you know, I don't think it's anything like that. It's not what the other person is saying, you know, she's going to go over there. I don't think it's anything like that at all.
I do think it's good that you've given, you know, Kelly, Lou, Richard, have all got a chance to come up and speak for her. We will all drop out. Turn the comments off. We'll all drop out. If one of them wants to come in and speak, come up.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll all drop out.
Absolutely. But unfortunately, it's very sad. I did want Cindy or Lou to come in and say that they were there because, like I say, I didn't hear them on the live today. Admittedly, I haven't watched all the live at all. I can't bear it. But I never heard anybody say, correct, I was wrong what I said last night. They wasn't here that weekend. But she actually says they were there, weren't you, Lou? You heard it all. It's rubbish.
Chase and Steve says, yeah, tell me about Steve. Asking a question.
I don't really think that to bring him into it as such. He was just a bloke with finance that Sue paid the money to.
Yeah.
That she paid the money to because he'd had enough of Sharon. Sadly failed to tell Sue until afterwards that the reason why he wanted out of the caravan is because Sharon was terrible at paying him. It's a shame we didn't tell her that before.
I think
it was his caravan, Chase. It was.
Yeah, he had to finance it.
I don't know who Steve is, to be honest with you. I haven't got a clue.
An old boyfriend.
Oh, right, okay.
A friendly friend.
I was saying him more. One of them, is it?
Karen.
I remember getting it. I remember going shopping with him for curtains for it.
There's an account. Hang on, Jodie says there's an account in here saying they was there. Who was that? I didn't see that one.
If they was there and they want to come up, more than welcome to.
I missed that one, and I'm trying to read them all.
Well, we'll all turn the microphones off and turn comments off if anybody wants to come up.
Yeah, I'll drop out. One of our friends.
What's mental health? I was
not say anything horrible to them at the end of the day.
Right, hang on.
Quotes mental health matters.
Yeah, I was there.
Where does it? You're saying I was there, but I don't know who's saying it. Can one of the mods pin it for me?
I can't see
What's mental health matters?
I haven't seen the comment.
I can't see it neither.
Jodie, can you pin it? Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's just someone taking the pee.
Oh, right, can't pin with boxes on.
Okay, I haven't seen the comment.
Come up, quotes mental health matters. Come up.
What was the name, Jodie? What was the name?
Quotes mental.
Just be you and Whipple talking. Nobody else will be allowed to. Everything.
Yeah, I'll drop out.
The name of the person is quotes mental health matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you've done an amazing job, Wibble, and all your people around you that have helped as well. I think you've done an amazing job. And by bringing it to TikTok, as it's so relevant for TikTok, well done. Well done.
Yeah, brilliant.
You've all done really, really well, honestly.
Done amazing. Well done.
Well, that's to everybody.
Got a lot of people getting ripped off, to be honest.
No, there's people do it daily.
Everybody else that does and behind the scenes, they've done really well.
Yeah.
And the thing that you've done, the best thing you've done is keep your cool.
Piss off, Rudy.
Can somebody... Oh, Rudy, request a box for me a minute. I wanted to ask you something. I love Bubble.
Oh no!
He can't go on date, Katie, without fucking annoying you, can he?
He can't.
Right, hang on a minute. Oh,
Hey, but Katie, he can't mute you, can he?
You actually can pass away from getting your head up someone's arse so far. Anyway.
Oh,
I like having my head up her arse.
I know you would.
Ready, all eco, like?
hold on a minute. Rudy, I meant to ask you earlier today. That's what?
£4,000.
Yeah.
I chucked him out. That's all I wanted to do.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, I'm sorry, Rudy. I'm not sorry. That wasn't even you that did it. Oh,
I was only joking.
Jill,
He does it to me.
Jill, I'm about to message you, Sank. Look at the message. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, we love you, Rudy.
Catherine,
Jill,
don't call Rudy. I tell you, he rips me and fucking Katie all the time.
Jill, that was a soz moment.
Louis in here.
Yeah.
Louis,
It wasn't a sorry, it was a
hang on.
sob.
Soz.
Right, everybody out, please.
All right, cut me out. How do I get out?
Lou, you
Kick
come
me
out.
out, please.
No, everybody go.
How do we get out?
Disconnect? Is it disconnect?
I don't know how you do it.
Oh, fucking hell. I'll disconnect. I might have to come back.
Does Lou want to come up? Lou, do you want to request a box and come up, or...? Lou, if you come up in the box, then the comments will be turned off. Do you want to come up? Or... Yeah? No? And have all the comments... What... Right. You have all the comments. Lou, come up. Can one of the mods turn the comments off? Hold on a minute, Lou.
Them comments come from me, I'm gone.
No. The comments are going off, Lou. Can somebody turn the comments off, please?
That was Sasha, not Louis. It's me. It's my account. Sasha goes on my backup account.
You're right, Lou.
Not really.
Okay, so I just read very quickly that you said you was there the weekend. Is that's literally... Other anything else, I've really got nothing else to say about it with you, but the weekend that you was there, you was actually there.
Yeah.
But you didn't come up last night and say...
I was asleep. I didn't even know about the live last night until last minute.
Oh, because I did think that was a bit strange that you didn't come up last night, because I would have thought if you would have been in comments... To be truthful, the comments were going so mad I didn't actually see anything, but...
I was asleep. I didn't know anything about what was going on until after.
Okay, so the weekend that you was there was of Sharon's birthday, wasn't it? It was the 7th till the 10th of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lou, the payment didn't reach her, didn't go into her account until the 17th of June. So how was you there?
On the phone to her.
Huh?
Sue phoned her. So how does that work out?
Sue phoned her in between the 7th and the 10th.
While we were at the lodge.
So that date was between the 7th and the 10th. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but the money didn't go to her bank until the 17th of June. Sharon said that Sue phoned her and said, look in your bank, and then she was all surprised. But the money didn't go in the bank. She didn't ask for that money until the 17th of June.
She didn't ask for the money, full stop.
How did Sue have a bank account then?
Sue bought things for her birthday off her wish list, remember?
But that's not her bank account, though, is it?
But Sue did that privately because they were close off the app more than on the app.
But Sue didn't have a bank account then?
No offence, right? If I fell out with her tomorrow, I would not come to all you lot.
Lou, I wouldn't want a child abuser either.
Oh, we see, and this is why I didn't get in the box.
No,
because you don't know the fucking truth.
You're saying that.
Don't call me that because you don't know the truth. You got what lies on a fucking video.
You hang on a minute.
Lies on a video.
You hang on a minute. Right?
Why should I hang on a minute?
You said about you
This is why I
wouldn't
won't
come
come
over
in the box,
here.
full stop.
It's not a choice of yours. It's just you saying I wouldn't come over here.
I wouldn't come to any fucking...
Right, okay, that's fair enough. That's you. And I just wanted to make it clear that
that's
I wouldn't
fine,
make
that's
you
my
welcome
opinion,
either.
which is your opinion, and you're allowed your opinions.
I'm allowed to. I'm entitled
But
to my
I'm putting
opinion.
you right straight. I am no child abuser. I just can't put up the real fucking paperwork because my kids are fucking caught
So
order.
you're saying that paperwork's fake? Right, look, do you know what?
It is fake.
No, hang
but
on.
let's put it to
Lou.
that. That's not why I'm
Hang
here.
on a minute, Lou. Hang on a minute.
That's not why I'm here.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm not interested. I've read them
Well, don't call me.
documents.
You
I'm
can
not
read what
interested.
you like.
Right,
You can read what you like on there. But
okay.
I was
So
there
you're
that
saying
weekend.
you're
I was
claiming-
there that weekend with Cindy.
Yeah.
When Sue offered.
When
She
Sue
didn't
offered
ask-
to pay it.
She didn't ask for no money.
You just said Sue offered to pay it.
Sue offered to give her the money.
Sue offered to give her the money.
Sue said that she'd pay that money. Why?
No.
Don't.
Lou.
You're not going to do what you did to Sash because I've already
No,
spoke
Lou,
over her.
listen.
Because I'll just drop out. You know I'll just drop out if you're going to speak over
Lou,
me.
I'm trying to get the story straight. Sharon said last night that Sue phoned her up and said, look in your bank account, and the money was there. You and Cindy both witnessed it. So now you're saying...
We were there.
No.
Which
did
part?
Sue
Because
phone
she's
her
had-
up and
because
say...
there's more than one time.
Did Sue phone her up and say the money's in your bank?
That weekend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lies.
Bullshit.
No, you're the one who's telling bullshit because that money was not paid in until the 17th of June.
Why did Sue get in touch with Stu then?
The 17th of June.
Why did she go and meet him?
Why did she go and meet Steve?
Yeah.
To pay him £8,523.73.
But she didn't want. If she didn't want to do that, why go?
Did I say she didn't want to do that?
But you're on here.
Did I say that she did not want to do that?
You're
Did I
saying you're not
say...
coming for Sasha for financial fucking shit? But
Right.
you are.
Right. Lou, have you listened to the live? Have you listened to the live?
I've literally heard the last 5 minutes because I've been
Do you want me to go through the finance bit so you understand? And then if you have any questions after, then I'll answer them. Is that fair?
Go through the financial what?
Well, the money that's been backwards and forwards. Do you want me to tell you that or?
If you want.
Okay, right. So on the 17th of June, £4,000, 2 lots of payments. There was 2,000 twice of ground rent. In July, Sharon paid back on the 1st £500, on the 24th £500, on the 29th £20, on the 30th £500. In August, she paid on the 12th of August £500. Okay, so that's 2,200. What?
You want to buy bank statements?
Yeah.
I've seen them.
So what's okay, you've seen them, so what do you think then?
It's none of my business, that's what I think. I'd understand if she wasn't paying it back. I really would. I'd understand that. I totally get why you were starting up a live and whatever else, because you don't borrow money and then not pay back.
100%, thank you.
That's me. That's me. I would never borrow money and not. Well, I don't borrow money anyway.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you. She didn't, but
that's her. But she's been paying it back. You can clearly see that she's been doing £500. What? She made that up. Come on, Wibble. She made that up.
No. Listen, I am being completely honest. I've said exactly what Sharon has paid. But hang on a minute, Lou. What you've just said, you don't borrow money not to pay it back. Hang on a minute. October, no payments. December, January, February, no payments, only up until the 28th of March. And that was just £500 that she'd borrowed February. So she hasn't been paying it, Lou. Can you see why Sue feels the way that she does? She's not been paying it. So can you understand why she feels that way?
Why? Who feels that way?
Sue, that she's not being paid. You know, Sharon's sitting there saying,
I'm not getting involved in the argument.
No, okay, so
I came in to say
she hasn't
paid.
paid.
Said that I want Lou and Cindy up. That's the bit that I woke up to, and and I've had to unblock you to see this.
Okay, so you still stand by then that in between the 7th and 10th, even though that conversation didn't happen and no money was paid into her bank account. So you're making yourself look a bit silly.
What was a stand by Sash?
Because you're standing by her bullshit. Lou, you was not there. No money was paid in that weekend. You left on the 10th. Another 7 days later, that happened. 7 days.
No, I left on the 11th. I didn't leave on the 10th. I
don't care. The money wasn't paid until the 17th, Lou. The 17th.
What am I going to do? Show me bank account. Why do I need to see anybody else's bank account?
Did I say that? The woman's not being paid. No. The woman's not being paid. She said that you witnessed it. I've asked you whether you witnessed all of that. You've said yes, but you're lying, and I know you're lying. You're just enabling it, Lou. That's what you're doing, enabling her lies.
Enabling it? What being her?
You look silly because that didn't happen. We both know that didn't. We all know it didn't happen. That money did not get paid in that bank until the 17th of June. You was not there that weekend or whatever day that was. You was not there. So you did not witness it. Now, I'll let you off if you turn around and say, I must have been mistaken. And then that's the end of it.
And you've got proof of your...
I have got proof. I've got the proof to go with Sharon's bank statements and Sue's bank statements. I have got them, Lou. I'm being respectful to both and not putting anybody's bank statements up. I'm not doing that.
I just don't get why it's all started back up to her.
Because your friend has scammed Sue. She is not paying the money back, Lou. October, nothing. December, January, February. She only paid back Friday £500 and a £32 payment. But that was money that she borrowed in February, so she's not paid any money back that she'd borrowed from last year.
That £32 is for what Sue got from Costco.
But she still owed for it though, didn't she?
Yeah, regardless of that.
But listen, she's been borrowing money for petrol. Listen, I know times are hard and people, have to ask friends to borrow money. Yeah, 100%. But you pay it back. You said yourself, you don't borrow money not to pay it back. She's not paying it back, Lou. It's a lot of money. Do you not think that Sue was really genuine friend that was just trying to help her out? There's not many people would do that.
I've not said that she weren't.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I know you haven't said that.
I've got no issue with Sue.
No.
I have no issue with any of you.
I have, do you know what, Lou, my only ever issue with you, what happened with your kids is totally different. I'm going to leave that there. Okay,
Hang on,
I've got my opinion. That's it. We're going to leave that there because
that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to leave it there. But what I am going to say is I can't speak on it.
Right, but that's my opinion, and I'm going to leave it there because I don't even want to talk about it.
There's the only other involved, and the social worker is not too pleased.
But I'm not interested.
No, I'm not. I don't want you to be interested. Okay. That's why I'm not speaking on it.
The only problems
that she's just lying. No,
the only problems that I have, Lou, is when in the lives, right, when Sharon says stuff and you don't pull her up on it and you agree. How long have you known Sharon for, Lou? I heard you today.
6 years, maybe.
How did you meet her, Lou?
On here.
Bullshit.
What are you on about? Bullshit.
Bullshit.
How is it bullshit?
Sharon did not start TikTok until 2022. So how is that 6 years ago? I heard you in a live. I heard you in a live with Sharon.
In 2019, she came on TikTok.
No, she didn't.
She did.
Right. Lou, stop. In
What
20...
about Lou, stop? Like, I don't need you to tell me to stop when I know when I first started.
I'm trying to make you look and listen to what
I
you're
knew it wasn't that
doing.
you because I was too busy doing something else.
You remember then, because you said in the live that you remember her in her calf doing lives. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because that never happened, did it, though? She never done lives in a calf because she didn't have a calf when she joined TikTok.
She did once or twice do it live.
No, she didn't, because she wasn't on TikTok, Lou.
But I never committed to getting that road, did I?
Lou, stop.
You said you wanted to hear whether I was there or not, and Cindy was there.
Right.
That's the two people you wanted to hear
Okay,
from.
but you just said about having a problem, and I said, I'll tell you what my problem is when you keep enabling her lies. Do you know what? If you didn't do that, or maybe call her out on something that she has said, you know, like when she's saying stuff about people with disabilities, why don't you call her out on that? That's what the people have problems with you with. That's what people have problems with you, Lou. Do you know what? If you didn't do any of that, no one is ever
no one's
saying...
heard me then tell her to fuck off in the live. Okay, then.
No. Well, do you know what? When she speaks to you the way she does, then maybe you should tell her to fuck off.
I did tell her to fuck off.
No, I watched her in the live and you said nothing.
Oh, yeah, that day I said nothing because I was crying and you would have heard me crying.
No, you just...
Yeah, that day I didn't say nothing, but the week before that I did tell her to fuck off.
Lou,
so
think about it. Think about what you're doing. Think about how you're enabling people.
I'm not enabling anybody.
You are, because you side with her. You honestly, you will argue with me that you were there that weekend. And you wasn't. The money wasn't paid for another 7 days after you left. Stop it, Lou.
I don't see what it has to do with anybody.
Well, it has, because I'm trying to raise awareness on this woman scamming people. So I want all the facts. And do you know what? When Sharon said that last night, Lou and Cindy were there. I was trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and to prove whether Sharon was telling the truth or not. It's only that by her saying that made me go back, look back on videos. Made me go back and look on videos. And I saw that weekend, them dates don't match up at all. And you will still sit there till you're blue in the face saying, I was there. We both know you wasn't, Lou. And you are trying, because she's your friend. I understand that. She's your friend. You are trying to cover up for her. You are making yourself look stupid in the meantime. And that's why people go for you, because that's what you're doing. You're enabling her to scam people, Lou. And that's not fair.
Enabling her to scam people.
You are.
I don't speak to her every day. She'll fucking tell you that.
I don't care. Listen, I don't care if you spoke to her 24 hours a day. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. That's your choice of your friend. But when your friend does wrong, stop sticking up for them. Stop covering up their lies. That's all I ask. Be friends with her. Be on her life for God knows how long a day. You know, chat all day. I don't care. Be a friend. No one has ever said don't be friends with her. I'm not 15. Stop enabling her lies. Think what you're doing. Think how you look stupid. Think how you're making yourself look.
Well, I'm going anyway.
Right.
Other things to do.
And Sharon's in the background on your other phone.
No, actually, my boyfriend's here, but you know.
Okay. All right then. Bye. Comments back on? Well, you know, that's the thing. You know, Do you know what? Shocking, really, isn't it? It's absolutely shocking why, to the death, they will defend her. Why? Why do they do that? She was not there. I'm not posting anybody's bank statements, but I promise you that is the truth. Okay, that is the truth. It's only that Sharon said that last night, and I thought, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to check that weekend. Because the 17th of June didn't sit right with me that she would have been at the caravan for her birthday weekend. And like I say, actually I lied because I didn't look back. It was my glamorous assistant looked back and looked for me at the dates. Please, someone come up in the box. Don't leave me on my own. You know, I don't get it. Till you're blue in the face, you still sit there and say, I'm telling the truth. 1 second.
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Oh, hello.
Hello. You didn't. I'll put my camera on so you can see me.
Oh, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay, thank you.
I want to say you've done an amazing job today. It's been nice. It has been good. I just want to say, I know Lou's saying that the police and social services involved. No, they're not. She's full of shit. She's going to sit there. Sasha did nothing but slag her off as well as Kel. Kel did not but slag Lou off.
Oh, listen, I'm well aware of what happened where before Lou went into the box, she did slag her off.
And it's sad because Lou's just getting sucked in with all this to do with Sasha and stuff to do with, like, all this. She's just delusional. She doesn't see the impacts, does she? Let's be straight.
Well, do you know what? More than anything, I hope that, I doubt it, but I hope that Lou is sitting there thinking about it, or just think a little bit of what I said.
Yeah.
What you were doing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's just mental. I mean, she's just a master manipulator, and she lets me straight.
Social butterfly, can just speak with Dorothy for 1 second. Hi, Dorothy.
All right, I don't know why. Look, I've seen Sasha in real life, and she's a nice lady. So why are you so jealous of her? Why do you want to poke into her business? It's not nothing to do with you.
Do you not think that her poking her nose into everybody's bank accounts and that it's everybody's business what she does?
She cannot go into everyone's bank accounts because that would be fraud.
Do you think when she's racist and slags off disabled people, do you think that's right? I mean, I'm not being rude, but are you an older generation that, you know...
Well, yeah, but listen, right.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
Listen, I'm not saying what I would do or what I wouldn't do, but it's Sasha's mouth. If she wants to say what she wants, it's down to her.
So what if it offends people by what she says? What if she offends people by what she's doing? What if it offends people that she's actually stealing their money? What if it offends people that they donate to charities and whatever, believe to donate to charities, and that charity doesn't get it? What if people, you know, pay into a GoFundMe for a wedding dress generally and hang on a minute, hang on a minute. I haven't finished.
She's illegal.
She's what, sorry?
She puts up a wish list like everyone else does.
Did I mention a wish list? Did I mention
put in it?
Did anybody mention a wish list? No. There's a lot of people on here that do have wish lists. Yeah.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. But people don't put their whole of their wedding stuff down to knickers, suits.
What I want to know is, why are you making yourself busy out of someone else's business?
Because I'm raising awareness so she doesn't keep doing it to other people.
Yeah, but that's not your problem.
Yeah, it is.
How is it? You're not a copper, are you?
Oh, wow, that word's going around. How do you know I'm not?
Because, all right, Listen, I used to work for the old Bill, right? So.
Oh, so do you know what? Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on me. All right, love, you can say so.
Shame on you for sitting there saying you used to be a police officer, but you condone. You condone. Now, hang on a minute. You used to be a police officer, but you condone somebody like that. Goodbye. Sorry. But no. Anybody else like to come up?
Hi.
Hello. Are you all right?
Hi, can I? Yeah, I'm good. Wibble, the weekends that you're talking about is the 7th to the 10th of April, is it, or something?
June.
June, when she went down for her birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, get me wrong, and everybody will know this. Was there not some sort of, I don't know, disagreement, argument? She got someone to pretend to ring up and say she had to go to work on the Monday, so everyone had to go home early. So how did Lou go home on the 11th?
Yeah, she did. She went home early. I've got a message from Lou saying she went home early.
Yeah, she did go home early.
Right, that's what I was just clarifying, because I'm sure I remember somebody, or I was on the live, I saw a live, and somebody said, oh yeah, the weekend went tits up, excuse me. She got someone to call and say, oh, I've been called back to work on the Monday, I've got to go, and everybody went home early.
Yeah, and I can confirm that the trip in the car singing Celine Dion.
That's right.
On the 10th.
Yeah, so
it was on the 10th.
So
they left on the 10th.
So that's a complete lie straight away.
Yeah.
And the proof was actually on their live.
Yeah.
That they all went home early.
Yeah.
Because she was fed up with it. So Lou's just come onto your live and barefaced lied.
Well, but that's what happens, unfortunately.
What do you expect from her?
Yeah, and she, every time you asked her a question, she was like, because she couldn't answer.
I was hoping that she was trying to think, and I was hoping that she was going to turn around and say, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I just thought I'd misheard her live saying that they'd all gone home early. Sasha had made lies up about having to go work on the Monday, and then you've got Lou saying, oh, I stayed an extra day, and I'm like, well, that's not what I remember.
Well, they were all in the car, definitely going back to Romford.
Yeah. I thought, well, I'm 60 and I'm not senile yet, but that's not what I remember.
Jules, may I just say, I think Deborah Brooke had a bit of a point. She's an ex-police officer, and I think the way you conduct yourself was really wrong with a police officer. I think you should have showed her a bit more respect.
Well, they can tell me that when they come round.
I'm just telling you, I think Deborah Brooke had a bit of a point, and if you listen to Deborah Brooke, I really admire you, the way you stop.
Wow, I can honestly say, if you need any help...
Rudy, do you want to unmute? Rudy?
I think I've also been having an asthma attack. So Deborah, if you do need to call 111, well, she probably can't because she had an asthma attack, because she was really running out of breath just talking to you, and I do feel for her a little bit.
Don't really laugh.
Don't you ring 101 for...
No, 111. No, Deborah Brooke.
No, please don't make me start.
No, that was me, because I feel
No,
Deborah
don't
Brooke,
do it. Don't please don't
if
do
you're
it.
watching, Deborah, if you want us to ring 111, we will.
Her name was Dorothy.
Dorothy Brooks. Sorry, Dorothy, clip your feet together and say there's no place like home. I don't have to say, but she's an ex-officer, and I think a lot more respect should be shown to police officers, especially Dorothy Brooke, because she had a point, Jill, and she's probably run out of breath now.
Well, I can say, Rudy, if you need to ring 111, I work for NHS, so feel free to give me a call and I'll be there.
Well, Dorothy, if you hear this, there is support out there. I think you're very brave, Dorothy, and I admire you.
Your pip will be in the bank tomorrow.
The nation salutes you, Dorothy.
Oh, stop it. Goodness me.
Oh,
Bless her. Yeah, listen, look, she came in to stick up for her. You got to give her a G. She came in to stick up for her.
Well, Jane's on there. There's a Jane on there, and I told her to come in the box, and she said no because it'll all kick off.
That's cordial Jane, by the way. That's cordial Jane. Come up, that's cordial Jane.
Oh, is that who it is?
It's cordial Jane, yeah. But she's changed it to Jane to trick us all, but she kept the same picture, which gave it away a little bit.
Oh dear. Oh, that's what it is then. That one.
I wonder if she cleans for Dorothy. Just phone them up. I'll give you a free deep clean.
Yeah, go into live and I'll free deep clean your oven.
Stop it. No, give her a listen. She came in.
Probably done a raffle to see, like, charge people for the raffle to go in there and speak.
Just block a pooler.
Now you get in Tom Bowler's in Churchill's, and you got the woman that sits behind. You buy like 5 tickets for £1, and you win like a bottle of Fenjo or something. I don't know, or like a clip or something. I don't know. On like a People's Friend magazine. She reminds the sort of person you give them like a £5 and they go to a couple of extra tickets. She was quite endearing, in my opinion.
Jim says Dorothy came in off her own back.
Cindy's here, is she?
Oh.
Dorothy's amazing.
Well, Cindy,
hang on.
I'm up if she wants.
Hang on 1 minute. Cindy, did you want to come in? Does everybody want to just leave for me for a minute? Just to give her the opportunity to come out.
Stop down and then just turn the comments off and Cindy can come in then.
Can you kick me out?
Oh, Cindy the liar. Here we go. Let's be fun.
Hang on. Let me get out.
Cindy, do you want to come up? Request a box. I'll turn the comments off if you come up. I mean, you've come in here you've obviously been watching. If you want to come up and have your say on that weekend.